of freedom all over the world. You are welcome in our live broadcast today. It's been a pretty long while. It's been a pretty long while. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? If you are coming in, you invite other good or well-meaning Biafrans to join. Akpana Sokwo from Biafran Radical Freedom TV. You can see the topic. I don't think Biafra will ever come. I don't think Biafra will ever come. So, spare Ikenguruago, spare the DOS. They are not our enemy. We are doing the same thing. The fight should be taken to those, the real BRGIE people who work according to the ordinances of Simon Ekpa. Because we don't think this Biafra will ever come. So let us cooperate with the cash cow, the person that will work with us to make us achieve our financial goals. You can argue with your ancestors if you, after listening to Remedios and the whole recent development. Not with me. You can argue with your village people because we will play a lot of videos and we will hit a lot of points. Then, today, before we continue, let us give a minute silence to our great pa, Edwin Clark. All right, you are welcome back. Spa Edwin Clark is a very good elder statesman. Please, he lived a very good life. Yes, he did. He lived a very good life. For some of us Biafrans that misguided, who were condemning him in different platforms, please, that is not a noble thing to do. You remember, Edwin Clark insisted that Nigerian government should release Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu did nothing wrong. He stood on that until his demise. So I don't know why some of us will be holding on to something that doesn't count. The man has done his own part. He stood for his people from his conviction. So he worked according to his conviction, not what anybody want to hear. And to that effect, he aged very well. He aged very, very well. So you that condemning per Edwin Clark, you should know that nobody is better. We all have our fault. Myself here standing before you, I have my own fault. Yes. And I have done a lot of things bad in the past, but only working to be better. I'm fighting to be better, not because I am already better, just like every one of us. So I oblige us to, if we must grow, to keep down unnecessary bitterness and fight a good fight so that we will all age well. Good things are worthy of emulation. Okay, we are going into our program of the day. Please, if you like what we are doing, help us share in different platforms, invite people so that we can reel out the truth. Reeling out the truth. Yes. We might not take too long here because it's already 10, almost 10:30. Although we are using VPN to, Makandia and Andia. Ngozi Rabweze, she was in a live program today. So Biafrans were asking her questions. So I will just point to one of the concerns. Some Biafrans try to know how she came about her position and how the power that she is riding on, according to her, came about. And she told them how the power came about. So the right of surrogate, that surrogatory power was given to her by a PM. And Biafrans tried to know how come about this surrogatory power. Then we now had to connect back to what she told us. The wife of our PM, who is also a legal mind, lawyer to a PM as well, was the only contact hitherto, and of course even till today. Even Emmanuel Oremejus bore witness to this fact last week when he was offended. And what he said is that he will no longer be an instrument of blackmail, especially against the wife of our PM, the man who has paid so dearly with everything. That after all, this woman did not bring herself forward. That it was still this same table that are leading this destruction, that are bringing this division deliberately, that brought her on board. So today, because the message doesn't favor her any longer, she now began to lead a campaign against the woman, the wife of the person that she is claiming to have, to be representing or to be deputizing and to be loving so much and be calling Obatobi every day. Then began to call the woman an ex-wife, that she is no more. Now she wants to now publicize that fact that she's an ex-wife. Anyways, if she's an ex-wife, but she's still very happy with her man, and her man is still very happy with her, it's okay. We are not going into her own issues. It's not our business. So, we are giving you this blackmail and how it is going. Today, the cry is now coming from her own fold. Adade Rama was running her program. Maybe we will listen to all of them if time permits. That's what Ngozi Rabeze is doing, is what she can't understand. But in the latest, Adade Rama refused to channel that energy by calling the name of Ngozi. Now she was calling the person that is representing Ngozi as the Ngozi's chief of defense, chief of defense staff, so to say. So now, Adade Rama is saying that the man is a traitor. Yes. Now there is something I want to point out to. According to Adade Rama and according to other Biafrans, when the man was asked, and according to what happened really, the man was asked by Biafrans, how come that he is now beginning to circle or rally around all the people that had issues with Simon Ekpa, all the people that Simon sacked, including Caterpillar. He said he don't know about Caterpillar. Now you will see how they confuse Biafrans, and of course all Biafrans already, most Biafrans already know that Caterpillar is back and working with them and has been acknowledged by them. But because there is that Fulanistic tendency which has different dimensions of it, starting with that divide and rule antics. Divide and rule antics. Second, which is a very, very vital instrument they use, they use the act and deny approach. Strike and deny. That is the strike and deny. If you remember, when Buhari was the then president of Nigeria was alive, when he was talking, he was asked by the National Assembly and other well-meaning Nigerians and some other political elites, because there are some political elites who might not be very well-meaning, but insecurity struck them, which of course sometime or the other, one time or the other, they contributed in it, but maybe it wasn't to the extent they are seeing. So they began to react, began to ask questions. Remember what Buhari told the people who inquired to know? All the time he was asked, he said, I didn't know that the chief of army staff didn't go there. I didn't know that the Boko Haram has even come to this side. Though. Everything that they asked him about the state of the nation, Buhari was always saying he didn't know. He didn't know that the Benue communities have been sacked. He didn't know that Kwara communities have been sacked. He didn't know that Kogi now is even under attack. He didn't know that the army chiefs that he sent there didn't go. He didn't know anything. Now, can you draw some relationship? Because here the correlation is very, very obvious. Your own chief of defense staff now says their own, no, not your own, because I know you are a genuine one watching me. Their own chief of defense has now said he didn't know that he don't know anything about Caterpillar. Then at a point, even the Caterpillar picked offense. Now Caterpillar said, I don't know why you people are bringing this to the public. What is this? And I want to play all of this. So the issue now is I don't know where to start playing, because the thing is so many here. After playing these things, I would also want to tell Ogenkere that I had equally rebuked him in the past, but I am beginning to free him from some of the blames. One, I have confirmed that he tabled apology to Biafrans sometime, maybe that how he said something about, him being the one sponsoring certain things, and how it offended some people and it appeared arrogance. So I want to tell him I'm sorry, because I didn't at that point know about that particular fact that he tendered apologies. Yes, although there are some parts of the apologies, but today I don't think he owe anybody apology again. At least he took the step. And again, for there are sometimes we say things because of how we see them. Yes, I blamed him for not tabling giving accounts, but from my findings and what he is saying is that at that moment that the woman was about tricking him into bringing the Biafran secret affairs, that's something that should be secret affairs, to the public, which is that accounting. Because if he is to do that kind of accounting, then that it would have been in, because it was a space meeting, that it would have exposed some things. Maybe that this is certain delicate issue not to show, that it's always like that in every. So given that we still run it, everybody, this one is in Canada, this one is in New Zealand, this one is in France, this one is in US, this one, so that this kind of sensitive information should not be coming to the public domain. He had assured PM that he would do that account. He had to come close. This is something that should be within in a closed, and I should be after this whole meeting, this whole arrangement. He will give every detail of what has happened, and then that PM will then praise him, or for how much he has covered up things. Then, when I begin to see the reasons, I said, okay, because he said there are things he will do. It will even expose some people, expose some sources, because there are some places he also had to get money from. And these things doesn't need to be exposed to the public. There are some people that when they support, they wouldn't want it to be in the public space. So different reasons he gave. So I believe these things are very real, because it sounds convincing. Yes. Now, we have to start by playing. Now, I want to also, hey, so many things to say, These things are clashing. So many things to say. I was going through Akbarawa Sonny's post, and I saw a lot of new things, new development. The Ogenkere, my mouth is not yet very conversant with recognizing him as the assistant or acting prime minister. I don't think that is very good of me. Yes. So I think, because why it is important I recognize him at that, because he took a due process. He worked according to the laid down structures. At least one of my greatest hold for going against Ngozi is that there is nothing she is doing that is in order. There is no one thing she's doing that is in order. So please, if you are here, click on the like button. The impression will help many other people to come. YouTube will that they will use their own capacity to share it further, giving all the people that algorithm will push. Their setting algorithm will push it. Now, what I'm saying is, Ogenkere had to observe proceeding. Let's assume it's even he played politics in doing it. Let's assume, because there is no, for anything to be called government, there will be politics. So, but it must follow the standard rules. So that he has fulfilled. I have not seen where somebody in a democratic or in a civilized environment make herself a leader or impose herself into leadership. Not, at least if it is an agitation, leaders naturally emerge. But when you say you are in an organized state, that a new state is born, in fact, it is even a time for me to reemphasize this. When you say a new state is born, you are saying that since normalcy is restored, that is to say, everything has to go accordingly, according to laid down rules, according to standard, according to principles, not somebody waking up and gather some like minds and impose herself. Then some who have grievance against some other persons who might even be better now will, rally round against that other person and project their parochial interest. Now, Remedios just peeled the beans. Ugo 247 made it clear that they, in that fold of Oraboeze, that they don't believe that Biafra will ever come. So, since they don't believe, it is implied that it's now, whatever they are doing it as an opportunity to make money or for other material gains. If they don't believe Biafra is coming, and Simon believes Biafra is coming, so it means that they don't stand in the same ground with Simon Ekpa. And so, since they don't stand in the same ground with Simon Ekpa, they do everything possible within their powers to destroy the structures of Simon Ekpa, even though they will still be calling the name of Simon Ekpa and doing it. Yes, that is it. How do we mean? According to Adade Ramma, and according to many other voice notes you will hear here, and according to what is real, the composition of the current cabinet of Ngozi as it is currently instituted is made up of most people sacked by Simon Ekpa. And the security architecture that they want to maintain as well is made up of people who were sacked by Simon Ekpa. So does this go to say that these people are in good light or they see from the same lenses of Simon Ekpa? Of course, no. And if they did not see from the same lenses of Simon Ekpa, then the issue of somebody betraying Simon Ekpa, selling Simon Ekpa, is raised by them. Then let us go into that issue. If somebody is fighting hard to destroy the structures of Simon Ekpa, won't that person be the right person to be suspected of being capable of selling Simon Ekpa? That is that. That is that. That is that. Now, as you will always know, as you have always known, in the order of the African political mentality, is it not the person that strike that goes to the media to cry first? That is that. That is that. Then how do we mean? Since Simon Ekpa had a reliable negotiators or lobbyist team, this person woke up and said that these lobbyists are criminals. Simon Ekpa has a woman as an ex-wife whom she is or he is still in good terms with. And this person becomes a traitor to them. And Simon Ekpa said that there is a most sacred and most important aspect of this whole movement. That is these men on ground who hold the center. And nobody should toil and play with them. Those people became traitors and terrorists to these people. Can you see how everything is going? Now, Simon Ekpa said that there is one man in this life that no matter what happens, that he will use his life to protect the man, that he will do everything to make sure, because that man is the person that influences, that motivates whatever he's doing today. and that man, he will remain that man's disciple. And this woman comes and see that man as an enemy and couldn't even control her mind. And according to the Bible and what is already obtained at a secular injunction, that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. She be una the read Bible. And she didn't know when the Spirit of God seized her consciousness. She said it out. That somehow, they want to, that is Ogenkere and his people want to make it possible for Nnamdi Kanu to be released so that her convention will not hold. Then somebody will now ask her, which convention is she talking about? Was she the person that organized the convention? Did she know the owners of the property? Did she know the management of the property where she's even using for the convention? Did she know how the convention was organized? Then how come they told you that the same person that is organizing for the convention and also participated in organizing for the previous one now is the one that didn't want the convention to hold? Now she used that to strike her point, and she bought some people's mind. I will keep saying now. I will keep talking now. I will not play the video. So it won't be good. It will be good I play some videos because it's just that the things are coming. These things are coming. Convention. So because of the convention, the leader that the person you say you are reverencing or you are following, say that now that man be the engine of everything. That person is a criminal. So now according to Go 247's voice, that they don't believe that this Biafra will come. Invariably, whatever you see them doing is make believe for a better cash out. Take it to your bank. Are you hearing Adade Rama saying it today? Make believe for a better cash out. Now Adade Rama is now telling you Go 247 is a liar. Even Emmanuel Oremejus now said that all along he had to use some unconventional approaches to make Go 247 come to the limelight. Shebi, they pursue the same thing. Because he saw the condition of Go 247. Go 247 wasn't doing well, probably in the media. It's not probably, it's in the media. Go 247 wasn't doing well. And when he's looking at his father, because he said in his last week video that he saw Go 247 as his father. So these are like minds. So he wasn't doing well. So he had to go home, maybe visit his village. They organize some things. Okunye and Oko. You're gonna go hear the voice. I go play everything. Oh. You go hear things today. In case if you don't hear them, but you were not able to connect it well like I am doing now. Yes, that is the power of analysis. We say, when you want to be a critic, be very, very logical, be very, very rational. Yes, but of all things, try to be objective. We are not just trying to suit ourselves. We work according to the information that is open and from the right source. So because it's better you hear from the horse's mouth. Now, are you getting it now? What they are doing. It's not because they believe Biafra will come, no. On the reverse, because they know Biafra will not come, but they had to do this because this is the only way to appropriate wealth. This is the only way to appropriate wealth. Oh, Biafrans, because everybody is tired. Everybody is tired of the situation the people find themselves in Nigeria today. Everybody. That is why you hear agitations left, right, everywhere. Agitation. You are hearing people from the north today talking about secession. Yes, even from people you least expected. Yes, so now, everybody, Biafrans want to be free. They are donating money. I don't know if you watched Ngozi Orabueze last time saying, we hit her we struck her very hard. And now she was thrown off balance. But we are here. You will let us see how this whole thing ends. She now begin to tell you the truth that the money is for charity. I told you earlier on, as this whole thing started, I said, with this creation of account, I will show you even the one. Somebody, in fact, one of her top cabinet now is crying out. I think Ada, I don't know. They're crying out. Now, I will still play her own. They're playing out that, please, everybody, just that all the people that, because she was referring to Raphael Chamaka Ajere, who, dragged her out. Ajere has a cunning way of dragging people out. So Ajere dragged her out. She didn't know it was a pull. Yes, we have a push and pull strategy. So she was pulled too. Now she came to say it. That no, everybody should absorb her of this. So she has always cried about that. The same way Remedios cried about it. How do you want to finish? How do you say that you are bringing in, you are creating an account? You don't want to work with the original account. And Simon even talk about even the American account, the other American sub account they call oh, thank you, my brother. Thank you. I think I need to be seeing comments. I need to be seeing comments. Okay. Somebody was reacting to the video. Okay. Oh, Vision 555. 555 Vision. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I don't know who has confessed to Biafrans and regret of supporting her atrocities. Yes, so Vision 555. Then the other be thanks, Biafran Radical Freedom TV, for telling them the truth. How can someone who said she's fighting for Biafran freedom now asking Biafrans to make payment to Islamic Bank of Nigeria? And my sister, but Biafran people must know. They must hear the truth. I wonder how that kind of contradiction, it's a very big contradiction. Yes, so. Yes, so. Yes. Mr. Donatus Okafocha, my brother, I don't know why you think I am running out of track. Let us get it clear. Maybe you can use your chat to put me through so that I will repent. You heard me all. So tell me the part of my analysis that is false, please. And then you calling for me to use my energy to fight. Ewo. Okay, I'm even talking rubbish than talking rubbish. To fight for freedom than talking rubbish. What kind of freedom do you want me to fight, my brother? How do you classify what I'm saying as talking rubbish when you can't falsify anyone? If you have what it takes to falsify any of my positions, please bring it forward. We are very, very objective. We are very, very objective. We are not naive. Of course, you can hear me. Do I sound like an illiterate? Do I sound like a buffoon? Of course, I'm not. So you heard me. You heard everything I said. You heard what Simon said about the account. Simon said it is still in his Twitter, so you need to check it up. Check it out, man. He said that new dimension can only be used for what? Why don't you ask Korabweze why our men are not getting funded? Today, didn't you hear from Adade Rama's program? And you hear from different people. I am going to play a lot of voice notes here. The men are still saying they are not receiving the funding. That they are watching, following up Biafrans. They are seeing how Biafrans are still donating money. But what happened? They are not receiving. Now, you heard that the money was given to Caterpillar. Didn't you hear that? Now, from even Adade Rama that you follow, you heard Adade Rama even mention 50 million naira was given to Caterpillar to go just to save the Ahamufu people. And the men on ground say they've not seen that. It's because they were not equipped. They are not seeing anything they can't fight with the Abramo. So that is what you're seeing. So that village is still on rampage. So they said, you go and listen, you are following Adade Rama. So at what point do you think I dashed my foot against or lost? At what point? Okay, I think I need to even begin to play so that we need to start playing. Let us start playing these voice notes. Because you want people to be left in the dark. But I don't think I will allow people, although people are beginning to gain consciousness. You are seeing what is happening already. Yes, by the month of March, which remains some few days, that table will be scattered by drones of bees. The blood of innocent Biafrans will begin to cry aloud. You will see that. You will see that. You will see that. Yeah. Okay.
Today, na 2 days ago, defense minister pụtalụ is a question and answer ndị mmadụ. So onwe nwanne anyị jụrụ ajụjụ gbasatala ihe gbasatala Caterpillar. Kedụzi ihe eji wee wechighata Caterpillar azụ ebe ọ bụ na PM wepụrụ Caterpillar duto agwa ọ na-akpa adịrọ mma. So nwanne anyị nwaanyị bụ Dr. Agi wee shon onye nke jụrụ ajụjụ up si mba nye ajụ na sochetin here that they have settled the case na settle gị inward. But thank God for another man. That man, somebody spoke and said, no, let Ada talk. Let that our sister talk. Nyajuke na ajụjụ a. Ada wee jụọ ajụjụ ka ihe ji kpọghachite Caterpillar. Why na-ewepụrụ ya? Defense minister kwuo na onwere ihe dị na onwere ewetala na they don't work with Caterpillar. They don't know Caterpillar. And the second dia bụ deputy ebukwa onye amị also said the same. So emechie nke aga.
Did you hear that? So you will also hear from Adade Rama's program too, because you people just want to sweep the truth on. I don't even know what you guys stand to gain from all this. Hiding the truth, how does it help you? This is just like even when the Nigerian government want to fight against corrupt Igbo politicians, when they maybe arrest them. Say, did they arrest T.Y. Danjuma? Did they arrest this person from here? Did they arrest? I'm not supposed that you have. I need to still be reading all those things. Okay? I need to be reading what you are saying. Let me be reading what you are saying. I'm not surprised that you have challenged because you are trying to protect your bro Sonia Akbarawa. Ndị Ocho. Ndị Ocho. Ada Simon Ekpa. Please, you people should stop using this Simon Ekpa to cover your sins. There is nothing you are doing that is in accordance with Simon Ekpa. I will still play that Rama's voice note here or program here now. There is nothing you guys are doing that has anything to do with Simon Ekpa. You are just projecting the name of Simon Ekpa to sell your evil agenda. That's simple. Why do you keep calling Simon Ekpa? Why do you keep calling Simon Ekpa? Simon Ekpa, it doesn't have anything to do with what you guys are doing. You introduced Simon Ekpa's wife. Now, when Simon Ekpa's wife brought in the truth, you people changed and said she's an ex-wife. And that was why Remedios was saying, now I wash off my hands. So why are you people calling Simon Ekpa? I was reading a memo from or something from your DOS. You said she is now your deputy Simon Ekpa, deputy PM. Now she said she now have a new office, a different office to navigate Biafran course. Now you ask yourself, what happened to Maryland office? What happened to Liason office? Why are you people deceiving yourselves? Because you can't deceive genuine Biafrans. It won't take time. Those genuine Biafrans whom you have deceived will leave you. What happened to that liaison office? What do you think liaison office is for? What is liaison office and what is the office she opened? So what is she achieving with that? Don't worry. It won't take time. You will know that you are a zombie with capital letter. Yes, Ada Simon Ekpa TV. It won't take time. Why won't I protect my brother, Sonny? Should I be like you, who want to sell everybody around you because you have an ulterior motive or a bad intention? I will not sell my brother. Even if I don't agree with him, I will not come to cast him unless he does something obviously wrong, and I will hammer on him. This is who I am. Until that happens, I will protect him. Thank you. But still, stop using Ada Simon Ekpa, and also try to type something that is coherent enough, because if you read what you type before we even talk, you are a media person. When you type, at least you need to check back again. Read, and I only struggle to get what you were trying to pass. So you can see that. Why not go ask questions? Why is she opening another office different from, now this is where Biafra will now navigate their course, this one, and it will sound so pleasing to your ear. You say, hey, she's working, that woman, she's working, Why was she waiting until she becomes prime minister or deputy prime minister before she begin to work? Did she know the color of White House? I saw from Sonny's platform the senators that were made. Some of you morons even went as far as saying it was a Photoshop. Thank you, Laz. They had to, this bunch of fools had to say that it was Photoshop. That Sonny was, that Ogenkere met with American parliamentary lawmakers. They say it was Photoshop. The same Ogenkere that was doing this same meeting when Simon was there, and Simon was louding, praising this same Ogenkere, and was sharing the pictures of Ogenkere meeting. Indirectly, this bunch of Ndiefulefu are now telling you that Simon Ekpa was working with Ogenkere to deceive Biafrans. If not, what has changed now? So did the Ogenkere's legs cut that he cannot go to White House again? He was going to White House when Simon was there. Today he cannot go again, or what? They say it was Photoshop. It was Photoshop. Maybe I should show you people. Maybe I should show you people. Oh, I don't know where to get that. I should show you. Maybe I should show you. Ogenkere was there in the White House, had meetings, and has been doing this when Simon was there. When Simon was, where was Ngozi Orebeze when Simon was about taking over the account from those other people that was expelled or was suspended and expelled, and some also had to go by themselves? When the Biafran men account was to be recovered, was Ngozi Orebeze not living in America? Ogenkere, you say he doesn't know anything, he cannot speak. How come Ogenkere was able to speak when Simon was available? He was able to speak. And when Simon is not available, you now turn him, he's a deaf and dumb. He cannot speak. How come? What changed? What changed? Look at it. BRGIE officially, and I will even tell you about this BRGIE. BRGIE officially, from the week of February 6th to 13th, 2025, BRGIE Acting Prime Minister APM Ogechukwu Nkere visited Washington, D.C. to have a series of high-level meetings with United States senators and congresspersons. On February 6th, 2025, APM Nkere met with United States Senator Brent Schatz, DHI, of the Senator Foreign Relations Committee at the private gathering held at the BRGIE's lobbying firm, Moran Global Strategies, MGS, in Washington, D.C. on February 13th, 2025. APM Nkere met with the following United States senators. Look at these senators. Senator Bill Haggerty, RTN. Senator Benye Moreno. Are any of these things cooked up? Are these not existing senators in the Washington? Are they not existing senators? So, and these things, this is still in the social space. This is in the public domain. So, you think Ogenkere will live in America and do something and he's not arrested? Are you more civilized than American state? Haggerty, RTN, Senator Benye Moreno, ROH, Senator Steve Dance, RMT, and Candy. Hyde Smith, RMS. Also on February 13th, 2025, APM Nkere met with the Office of Congressman Craig Goldman, RTX, as well as holding a joint meeting with a senior Ambazonian Governing Council, AGOV-C, delegation with the Office of Congressman, GUS, Bilirakis, RFL. During his meeting, APM Nkere had the opportunity to provide detailed information, briefing to the U.S. senators and congresspersons regarding the BRGIE and the BRGIE issue, and the reasons why the U.S. should support Biafra independence. APM Nkere received encouraging responses. APM Nkere had the opportunity to have extensive interaction with the senior AGOV-C representatives, American government representative, and the president of the National Representative Council of the Eritrea government. In exile, okay, yes, that man that came for the convention, the National Representative Council of the Eritrea government in exile, Gabra Badure, who are also clans of MGS, that is Moran, that are the same lobbyists, during his visit to Washington, D.C. The BRGIE looks forward to having many more direct engagement with senior U.S. officials and thanks MGS, that is this our lobbyist firm, for their facilitation of this successful and historic visit. This is what Ogenkere did. He did not start doing it today. Why do you keep calling Simon Ekpa when you work against Simon Ekpa? The convention you held, it was a convention to state that Biafra has come to be, that Biafra is reviving their defunct state. That was what the convention was meant to be. And that had to do with visitors to witness the activities. Who did Ngozi Orebeze bring in that convention to witness that Biafran people are reviving their lost sovereign state. Who did Ngozi Orabueze bring? Does she know any office to even go? Okay, tell Ngozi to now. Okay, she says she's the DPM now. What did the people that came? What did Michael Robbins tell you? Did you think when you just go and bear the name, answer them and snap pictures and make noise and shout like bark like a Alsatian dog, that gives you freedom? Who told you that is how freedom comes? Michael Robbins told you that he is a man that has been into the game for so many years of his life. He knows how it works. He told you clearly that you have a lot of work to do. You have done noble, yes, among the 6 or 5 countries that he works for, who are seeking this same self-determination, that Simon Ekpa has done the best job. The Biafran Republic government has done the best job. And that you have more task now that you have done this. Yes, you have finished with the first phase. Now you have more task now. And this task is seeking for recognition. That is not something you do from the corner of your, the comfort of your room. It will take somebody that is not, that has the readiness to commit to the cause. You can't just sit somewhere and be dishing orders and be backing and getting so authoritarian. And who told you that you can be so authoritative to win the heart of Biafran people? It will only take a little time. It will take a little time. Everybody, when I was thinking that there was a room to advising you, to getting you, work out for good, I thought there was still opportunity to make you be responsible and get us anything positive. I didn't know it was all. Everybody's saying just the same thing. You don't listen to advice. You don't listen. You don't. You just want to be seen as the only cock that crows in a democratic environment. Even if they tell you that, yes, we have not. You said we are no more in agitation stage, that you are no more a government in exile. So I wonder if you are now a government in the spirit. If you are not in exile, come home. Come home. Adada Rama told the world that all these things you are doing, it is make-believe, it is propaganda. When you say you are recruiting men, where again? She first asked you, who will even protect the men when you are, because already there is the Aga Abidogo. Who will protect them while you are recruiting them? And when they don't even have Ngwara? That you should stop using the propaganda. We don't pass that stage. That these men, they are marching in the forest. You say you have restored Biafra, and the people go to Evo Forest to do marching, and you are no more in agitation. For those of you who want to learn, listen, go back to Simon Ekpa's videos. Go and watch Dr. Damage's program, Interview with Simon. Watch interviews Simon had with different people. Watch his broadcast. He made everything very clear. Simon Ekpa made everything very, very clear. Yes. And like Ogenkere rightly did, he said, you can only act in his capacity as a placeholder. But you cannot say you are deputizing him, because that has not been allowed. When you are still telling people that he's coming out tomorrow, he's coming out next tomorrow. So you must be sincere enough so that you don't keep the people in the dark. Once she heard that Nnamdi Kanu want to come, she began to panic. What is the problem? If she is not a traitor, why is she's so afraid that Nnamdi Kanu is coming out? Or she don't want to have anything to do with amplifying the Nnamdi Kanu's case and position? Why? The same way she don't want Nnamdi Kanu, that's how it, because Simon still stood strong for Nnamdi Kanu until his ordeal. Stood very strong. So maybe if she has any big problem with Nnamdi Kanu and Simon, God is in better place to know. But from what we can see, it looks so. Yes. You are telling people you are not. Simon said it very clear. Go and watch. That you should discard anything Ngozi Rabeze is saying. Go and read, follow Simon. That once we get declared, there is nothing like immediately we declare to restore Biafra that the government sees to it and they begin to dissolve the cabinet. It's not true. Check it out. Simon made it very clear that after this declaration, you will use that same structure to fight for recognition. Once recognition is there, once, my brother, thank you, AFB, once the recognition is ascertained, then the cabinet will be dissolved, including him, his office, and every other person will be dissolved. And then we will pass the mantle to the people, the government in homeland, which he has already set up. Did you ever see Simon endanger the lives of the government in homeland? Did you ever see Simon expose the government in homeland? No. Ngozi today is exposing them. That was why Adadorama started crying. That was why Emmanuel Oremeju started crying. Bringing and calling their names to the public. People who are hunted for, whom government is looking for like tomorrow, no day. But, of course, they have an agent in the house. Now, the agent want to easy the work. Bring their name out so that we can rally around them all and stop all this madness of their agitation once and for all. Bring them. As if that one was not enough. She now had to go to open the Islamic bank account. Somebody was talking about the Islamic bank account here. That is not enough. She went to, is it FCMB? Open account. So that government will now track all the donors' names. Maybe you will hear in the next 3 months, government will not arrest one person. They will conduct the arrest in a massive way. Maybe one day you will hear that 50,000 Biafrans, pro-Biafrans, are languishing in one desert prison, one prison in one desert, maybe in Sambisa. Go and ask that Ngozi, why is she this cruel? She didn't stop it there. When she came up with that Islamic alarm, we began to blow the alarm. We opened people's eyes. She didn't stop. She still had to go to open the FCMB, so that she want to make sure that this agitation quenches. She started with the divide and rule. Then they continue with this denial. Now she want to make sure that everybody that ever donated money, especially who are here at home, will be rounded up. That is how she also started making sure that all the camps are destroyed. Why was Ogenkere and Success involved in the defense platform, defense and security platform, and everywhere was tight? Everywhere was safe. Why, when Ngozi now stretched her ostrich neck, everything began to collapse? Why? Why? Abalagi egbe n'anya, ida afụ ụzọ ida anụ ife. And one buffoon is telling people that I am protecting my brother. Why wouldn't I protect my brother? Am I a sellout like you? Am I a sellout like you? People don't know. Men are falling. Men are falling. These days, men are falling. You don't know. She thought we see. Before I was being very, very diplomatic about supporting Ogenkere. Let me still see through people's chats. Who is this Anompama that is commenting? Who he said is Dick or what? Will you ever answer any name? Who knows? What is your even vocation? What do you do for a living? See no dick or what? My brother, good to also have you back. You're welcome. You're welcome. Look at the buffoon. The buffoon. Can't you write some other thing? Write some other thing. Maybe before you write you are a fool, it took you maybe 1 hour. I know, man. They hire you bingos. You bingos, I don't know whether it's a hypnotism or what. Or they just zipped your brain in one nylon bag. You can't use your head. Let me get Biafrans what is happening. They must hear. Biafrans must hear.
This evening, somebody will send the alum voices of our men on ground. Ebe hano we na ato alili na ebe akwa because of Kedafia, because of program Ugo 247 umel. Na ma ihe ji kpochigata Gaddafi na ma ihe ji we kpochigata Caterpillar azu. No Caterpillar jelo, no ogi ya amufu. So
now are you bunkums? Are you empty-headed swines listening now? Your madam and her chief of the defense staff, they already lied that they don't know about Caterpillar. Now, their parrot that I don't know, Mutofe, let me not yab him that far. That their parrot they call Ugo 247. He is now saying the truth. Yes, they brought him back. And they brought many other people back. All the people that Simon Ekpa had issues with, they have rallied them back. Now, it was Caterpillar that went to fight off the Hamufu. Then you heard the version of it when somebody said the truth in Adaderama's platform. And Adaderama also maintained that it was not him, that these guys are cooking up lies. That the men who did it, they are in talk with Ahab Adaderama. But they didn't have the sufficient ngwara. But they still had to try. Now Adaderama called the amount given to this same Caterpillar. How did the Caterpillar come back? Did he just come on his own? No. Simon has been removed from the way by the people that are doing that, brought Caterpillar back. Then the people that were enemies of Caterpillar now were brought back. No, you don't get it. They connived to do away with Simon so that they will be the leaders and do the bidding of their contractor, the people that contracted them. And then those people that were having problem with Simon, they brought them back. The Efulefus, all the Efulefus that want to talk here, let them use their common sense so that at least when I derail, you will know I derail. Simon was your wife, you have been, suspecting your wife of something. You should remember that Ngozi was the first Med secretary. But when that was beginning to cause a lot of tension, okay, they now gave her a position just for giving sake, which made Simon to say, when after restoration, that we will resolve this and give people position according to what they can do. Meaning that Ngozi is only a nurse. She doesn't have anything to do with politics. The appointment Simon gave her was a real political office. Yes. The office is the office of the engineer. That is the engineer of the government of Simon, who should be the person to advise Simon on his day-to-day and the cabinet on their day-to-day activities. But what has a nurse who should be looking for strange and health-related caregiving responsibilities. Humanitarian work, that should be. But she had to accept the appointment. She didn't know that is a gentle way of asking somebody out. If that she was seen from that lenses, she would have been the one doing everything. She was there. It was Ogenkere. Okay, well, let me not go there. Let me not go there. Why I want to say that Simon gives Ogenkere oversight functions beyond the financial related. So if Ngozi was that as important to Simon, the oversight function should have been given to her as well. But Simon didn't do that. She also wanted to be involved in security. Simon refused. In the security and defense, Simon refused because Simon said that area is too sensitive. I don't want to joke with that side. But Simon could give Ogenkere, could allow Ogenkere, and couldn't allow. So why do people get this? Okay.
So those people send their divorce. One after the other. In fact, they were many. However, no since since December 20th of December last year, 2024. Kahabido when I inform our defense minister. Now we are Nandi Fulani na-abịa na ha chi ọkụ abịa na ha chi ọkụ abịa ha biko ka agbata ha ose enyemaka by equip ha ka ha wee nwee ike defend their lives and properties of ndị Biafra. O wee kwe ha nkwa na Caterpillar bụ ihe abịa.
Now, can you relate? This person doesn't believe in Ogenkere. This person believes in Ngozi. She was in Ngozi's side. She still be in Ngozi's side. But now, she wants to be saying the truth going forward. Now, she told you that since 5th December or so, they started telling Ngozi, since telling the government, because at that time, Butuzo was coming out plain to say she don't want to support anybody. She wants a central body. She wants a unified body. Yes. She just want to maintain the structure Simon left. That if they are telling people Simon is coming out, Butuzo said it. If they're telling people Simon is coming out, why not wait Simon come out and do the resolving that needs to be done? And Ngozi was telling people, giving people that the impression that she was stronger than Simon. So Ogenkere was so evil. And Ngozi is stronger than Simon to remove Ogenkere. No, because it is a very well planned deal. Remove Simon from the way, destroy the body. Remove Simon. If they don't want you to take absolute control and go our way, split the body will still be vulnerable. So now, this is what they have been doing. Since December, they began now to, go to crave for the soul of the security unit. That was when she started. December, she intensified her effort to get the soul of the security organization, the security body, the security department. So you can see now, relating to what this lady is giving you here, when the men were calling for. Now, how come they left? So all along, these people have been working with waiting, before they were having secret meeting with all the people that have problem with Simon. You remember all the things Simon said about the same persons that are talking about today. Now, they were having secret meeting behind Simon. Maybe those people were even giving tips on how to get Simon out. They were maybe bringing ideas. And today, this is what you are seeing. All the people that Simon sacked are rallied together.
Now they should not worry. Na Caterpillar na abia. A webi dog, Afro Caterpillar. According to the voices, a lot of Biafran Liberation Army can neutralize. A lot of them kabumbonaru. A lot of them were injury dichiche. Caterpillar did not come. Caterpillar did not deliver. And according to them, as Nenyelo Caterpillar.
Now, you will still hear Caterpillar responding to this voice note. So Caterpillar was angry. Why did somebody from the camp of Ngozi Orebeze, where he belongs, why are they bringing this thing to the media? Why are they bringing these things that should be secret in the media? I will play so that you not go understand where we they go.
About here, Kalelo, 25 million naira. Okay, you go those things. And when the Caterpillar go, and the Caterpillar did not show up. So Kezi could go.
Now listen. That the things they needed was just about 25 million naira. Listen, then when Adada Rama will give her own, Adada Rama said it was 50 million that was lifted from the coffers, from the USB's coffer account. 50 million naira was brought from there. Okay. Probably this money was from the Islamic account or the what do you call it? FCMB. And when they're pulling it from that account, from that FCMB, and this Caterpillar and all of them, how they were pulling it, it was not a problem to Nigerian government. And I want you to know this thing. I will still say it again in this program. Do you remember that Musa, the Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff, never had a sleeping night? He never, he never slept, never had his eyes closed when Simon was there. Because Simon was doing the right thing, fighting the just cause. So Simon was a thorn in their flesh. But suddenly, the Chief of the Defense Staff is now flexing. He's even looking for countries to go and have some fun, do a fizzy, enjoy himself, because there is no more threat. Everything is under control. Yes, so go and argue with the ancestors. Do you ever see the Chief of Defense Staff cry again? When you even saw him, he was saying that everything is under control. And of course, everything is under control. No stress. They don't need to waste their men again. So they just do what to do. The work will be done from inside. You remember, Yakubu Gowon once said if he had known what he knows today, he wouldn't have gone into full confrontation with the Biafran forces. They would have just gotten some few Igbo men, give them money. They will do the job for them. So today, they have gotten some few Igbo women and men, and they are helping them to do the job. What job are we talking about? It's about our people's lives. Let us continue.
Go 247 ye jezina agwa ndị be anyị no Caterpillar je no ogu ya amufu ndị ụmụaka ndị angel anyị a wejizi aka ha wee mebezie voice send wazia to onye ọbụla hama to onye ọbụla nwee ike ime.
Now this lady now, they sent men on ground that she has contact with, sent her this. They sent to Adaderama and sent some other Biafrans. That's what she's bearing witness to here now. You will still hear it from different sources.
That nihe Caterpillar na akobase na and na these voices has send na our defense minister Jie mana aputalo na defend dia no Nigeria no matter anything about them. Why?
My sister, don't bother yourself asking why. You already made a mistake. You're in a wrong place. The ground wherein you stand today is a faulty ground. It was instituted with lies. And of course, it can only endure for a while. So maybe the juju they use don't declare for your own eyes. You don't declare for some other people who are now waking up for their own eyes too.
Ka ihe bata na ibu na anyị na-achọ nwere onwe na olukwa ebe anyị na-achọ nwere onwe na-ekpuchite ihe ọjọọ aka. Why eji wee kpọbata Caterpillar back?
Now, who is that Anom Pama that was here trying to wag his tongue, just like the tail of a dog? Who was that Anomano? Are you hearing your colleague? These are people who believe in your own camp. They are telling you, why do you want to die an evil man? an evil woman. Why not repent and stop covering evil? Why not expose evil? Stop covering evil. Let us continue.
According to this Biafran liberation armies, ndị egbufọrọ egbufọ, ụmụnna anyị ndị egburu egbu ka nkụ, ndị afọ dị ozu ha ka nkụ,
ndị egbufọrọ egbufọ. So ọtụtụ those people unu na-afụbu before mgbe PM nọ ya na-eshi swag. Ife ha na-akọwala unu bụ na egbukpọkwa ọnaba. And ka a na-egbu ha ka ego ndị Biafra tụtara ma ngwa ọgụ niile egoro eburusikwala ya. Una dey see those ones share. I no need tell una. Mana nke na-ewezi nke nwaada iwe bụ at least ka enyi ekwe n'ozu ndị a afọrọzi ozu ndị a anya ọtụtụ ha. Let us continue.
Ndị melụla arụ ka nke up to today esendibedil ha ego treatment, esendibedil ha anything for condolence. Mana
now our sister is asking you na ọkwa na ume ka eji afọ ọkụ. And even ewezi iwe bụ the same thing Adadara Mma kwuru. Now this money we are talking about is not Ngozi Odabeze's money. Now this is Biafrans money. Biafran people donated this money for this same cause. But she's keeping it to herself. What's the problem? That she's afraid because she don't want to die in Obodo Igbo. Okay, Abatakwa back here. And the same thing applies to other Biafrans who are in diaspora. So at the end of the day, Ike Abatakwa. So what she's saying is, you should expose the evil now. There is time. I continue.
na pụta na social media, pụta na platform a na-defend na-enwere ihe dị na Caterpillar anachigara azụ. Kedu ihe eji wee kpọchigata Caterpillar azụ? Caterpillar ọbata obi ewepụrụ. Ka o si wee bụrụ na ndị niile ewepụ na this struggle ka ekpochigatala azụ ha bịa na cause commotion. Why?
My sister, it is so because you are feeling this pain now because you are just realizing. The thing that happened behind the scene, you didn't know about it. So it's natural, it's normal. Because they projected one kind of feminism agenda. They used that strategy to get the mind of a lot of female folks in the struggle. They said, oh, Genkere said, that's then at that time, Adadara said, if he doesn't like women, why must he not let now? Brother was busy chipping the fire, beaming the fire, making the fire up. And they said, Ogenkere was against woman. Now because Brother be woman, they know what makes she shine. So they deceive you people with that. But that is what serpents do. So it's of course it's serpentry, So now you are waking up. So you can see it's not just what you were made to see. You're beginning now to see from your own vantage. Okay.
Onye kwuo okwu kita unu kpọọ ya sabo. Onye kwuo okwu kita ọ bụ na okwu itero etu onye sito gọọmenti ụtọ ma kabinet ụtọ asị na sabo asịsị chụbụ ya ka egbuo. Why oge ji dị like that? Ihe a unu na-eme adịrọ mma. This is not how to fight. Look for Biafra. Echem na ihe eji achọrọ Biafra bụ ka anyị nweta country ya aka Nigeria mma ka ndị mmadụ nwee freedom.
My sister, now because you thought they were looking for Biafra, go and listen to Remedios again. They don't believe that Biafra will come. So thank God Remedios said it. Now, why Ugo 247 told Remedios to stop fighting Ikenguruago and the DOS people? Remedios said it there. He said it's because that these people are not really potential threats. They are not, after all, they are doing the same thing. It's an opportunity for all of us to get enriched. So, and of course, some of the other fools in the media, what they do is they are getting views. They are getting more subscription. Of course, you remember when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, our leader, the DOS was still shining. Simon was blackmailed. He was said to be a criminal. He was said to be a Nigerian agent, and they say everything bad about him. So that moment, all those dogs they brought forward, scattered all over the social media, and those boys, they were doing very well. Those people, because it's boys and girls, ladies and men, they were all, flourishing. They were having very good views. Yes, but how long did it last? So people were so afraid of supporting Simon then. But we all supported Simon then because we saw that the thing Nnamdi Kanu saw in him was real. We supported him. We were not looking at the crowd at the moment. This is what is still repeating. Yes. So the crowd, they are seeing the crowd. So if they refuse to support Simon, support where there is more crowd now, they will lose followers. If you see, go through my programs these days, some of them say, I will unsubscribe you. I will unsubscribe you. I say, look at these morons. Do you think I want to have morons as my viewers? I don't want to have imbeciles. I want to have real people with, if you don't even like what I'm doing, at least be neutral or or you ask valid questions. Seek for clarification. Then when I can't answer you, when I can't feed you back the truth, then you can hold it against me. But because some of their brains have been pocketed, so they now act like the zombies they are. And who cares?
Then we move. Unu ya afụcha na ihe onye a na-eme adịrọ mma mana duto kunu wee protect ya position unu na-abịada ji ihe aka.
Thank you. Nnemi Watagwe now. That position, that's what they want to protect. And that position is not for free. That position comes with a lot of goodies. Yes. So that is why, as they don't believe that Biafra will come, but they still want to hold on to that position, it's not in vain. They don't believe Biafra will come, and they want to hold that position. They want to protect it at all costs. Those who are media warriors, media dogs, media fighters, so they are all protecting interest. Those in the media might not be having direct financial gains, but they are having also indirectly through their platforms, because they must maintain, sustain the current. They must sustain the current, the followership current. They need more every monthly cash out.
Onye ahụ na-ekwu eziokwu n'osisi kputi aka egbuo. Ọ dị mma. I'll be a drum ma ka m gecha those voices. That's why engineer me voice ya. Kedu afa nke onye anọba anyị? Eze amụ na obi ọbata obi ewepụrụ. Wee sisi ya na platform niile ọ nọ na ya.
My sister, you just realize Simon wepụrụ Eze amụ na obi to say on all the platforms. Then Eze amụ na obi with Ngozi, because there was a time Simon said Ngozi was a saboteur or something. You can relate to that. Yes. So that bitterness didn't leave the woman. Then all of them that were bitter against Simon, but they were still opening their teeth. Yes. So they had to go and regroup themselves, and they were having behind the scene meetings. They were having all their nocturnal meetings after meetings. So finally it worked for them. Now it's time to punish Simon. Remedios was very angry. Say, why is it we talk about how we will lead a protest for the release of Simon? That this woman don't want to listen to anybody. We were doing everything. She wants you raise that topic, she will clamp you down. When now you say, okay, we say, okay, let us get international lawyers that will be very strong, international. And she will still say, no, that Finland is on top of the matter. Finland is on top. I said, Remedios, so you are still believing this woman? She didn't know why the woman was doing all that. That bitterness with Simon, you thought as you are hearing Obatobie, it will change anything. No. It will not. The name you are hearing is just, they are just calling it to have their way. Yes. They're just calling the name to have their way. So now you can see they were having behind the scene meetings against Simon. The same reason they don't want Nnamdi Kanu to come out, because they know if Nnamdi comes out quickly, that it will facilitate Simon's coming out quickly. And as Nnamdi Kanu see that Simon was no more there, he had to now become very aggressive so that his matter will not die, will go cold. So he had to give hope to Biafrans again. Only that appearance and that act in the court last time. But the woman wasn't happy about it. That you saw yourself. Okay, let us continue.
Unu wechigatakwa ya azụ wezie elu position success nyezie eze amụ n'obi o wee na-agwọzi ndị be anyị ji na aja he onye kwuo okwu nwaanyị unu ji wechigata ya azụ onye kwuo okwu kịta unu kọ ihe ọzọ.
But my sister, you were once against this success also. But let us continue to listen to you.
Ọ dị mma etu a ka esi achị Biafra otu a ka esi nweta ya bụ nwere onwe. Ụmụnne m obi adọrọ m maka m gechalụ voice ndị our angels from Iyamufu ọgbawa m obi ihe njeme voice a bụ ka Dr. Ngozi Orabaeze nụ ya ka ọ malụ na ozi oziri na Iyamufu na oluro ndị aṅa aka ka ọ malụ na ozu ụmụ mmadụ wụsa na Iyamufu ọ bụ na o nwere etu a ga-esi metụ ha aka n'obi nie ndị ahịa enyi ndị amelụla arụ ka eje treatie ha ka emebi ọsịsọ na ọdịrọ mma ụmụnna anyị ka ha bụ ebulu onye ozu onye ọzọ n'isi ọ dịka okwu nkọ mana ebulu nke onye ọ bụrụzi onye ahụ ọfịaghị arụ otu a ka esi eme ndị niile ewepụ na dị strọgụ onye ka unu kpochigatala azụ ha wee na-alụ abidibi onye kwuo okwu asịsị kpụta ya ka egbuo unu ya egbucha mmadụ niile mmadụ one ka unu ya egbu ka ụdị akụkọ bụ ihe a everyday sikpụta ada ka egbuo maka na ọ na-ekwu eziokwu. Who does that?
Nne m anyị ewepụ gị na that group anyị ewepụrụ nata gị they must remove you. Hey, they will remove you for real. How dare you question? They will, in fact, they will mute your voice next time. Hey, go ask her die debut. They go mute you.
Nothing like emotion. Ịma na eziokwu na-agba agba na ntị. Ihe na eziokwu na-agba agba etu nna ha ekwu ihe a ọ ga na-epe n'ụsọ. You people will never listen because na ma obu kita na mbia kita join ya unu. Hey adadi ora mma sabo. Hey adadi ora mma chukwu gbuo gi. Hey una akụbalụ maka but I will never support evil. Onwu Igbo ka mbụ. Nwaani ka mbụ. Nwaani Igbo ka mbụ. I will never support evil. Ebe ahụ mfu na anara emeta nke ọma mma na-ekwue until una change. Una alụzi n'ụwa na platform. Onye fuche ina ha akọsụ m na na-ekwu with emotion because na ọ bụrụ ozu ụmụnne gị dọ n'Iyamufu ọ bụrụ na ozu nne gị ma ozu ụmụnne gị ma onye of your relation ka egbu n'Iyamufu ihe ị na-akọ kịta ya na-akị ya ọ because ọ gbasara gị ịbịa zokpu na platform kwuo na eziokwu you people cannot say eze amụ n'obi ọbata obi ewepụrụ ọkwụnụ wechigatali azụ agi ọbata obi ewepụrụ ọ bụ ezigbo mmadụ ọbata obi ewepịa nye permanent suspension ọkwụnụ wechigatali azụ mee information minister onwenwezi
chelo ịna-akọwa na nya maka na adadara mma sọpọtụrụ mgbe ewepụ onye aka o jizi na-eme otu adadara mma anyhow. Is that what you're trying to say? Ewuchi. So now you people are now running a cabinet of what do you call it? They say that the Boko Haram people. So now these are rehabilitated Biafran criminals or offenders. The cabinet of rehabilitated. But that's funny anyways. That's funny.
Biafrans thank God not balilo. She just insulted herself on space. Biafrans for noble. Yes. Obia ko show to other up. Kora people who can tell you there cover the truth. Mpitin piano ekwe mana chukwu ekwere oni anu aizoku ma mecha putife ndị on ground men on ground they have spoken. They have said their own part and nothing can stop it. Hey, who go how about go the eziokwu kwukwa na this voice na defense minister jie mana oputa niru oputa na space twice no nwekwu ihe ma maka iya move no nwekwu ihe ma maka caterpillar mana.
My dear, see, there is something about doing lying. Anything you get using lies, just prepare to continue the lying, because it's already a faulty ground. So you can only sustain that in using lies. So the lie must continue. After all, there is always lie Muhammad.
And I thank God no with this voice, because my info onye gwa m no this voice man oputa atụ asị unu emegidesi na ndị mmadụ kwuo na eziokwu kwukene na eziokwu ọ bụ na defense minister anara emete na agwụ brother papa sit up na ndị be anyị na-anwụ mana unu ya na ebe a na-etie ude na-etie Vaseline. You can never shut me up. And the BRGIE, I will never take permission from you before I talk. Bata une welcome na platform. Man, aga na-ekwu eziokwu. You people can never shut me up. Aga na-ekwu eziokwu. Unwere na nke mfulu emela na emetaro mma na-ekwu. Bata une welcome ogwu. Mana chukwu ihe nji ekwu okwu a this na. Hello, ndị be anyị ndị Biafra. Udo ga-adịla unu niile, asịkwa m unu. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching from. I really don't know how I found myself on this platform. But ebe ọ bụ na afụgo m onwe m na this platform, I have to say one or two. Onwe voice. Nke nna ose na ya bụrụ onye Igbo na ya bụ onye Ikwere na ya bụrụ onye Ijaw mana ya na-asụ Igbo maka na ya too n'Ọnịcha. Nnukwu nke another woman na-akpọ dia DPM, so amarọ m ndị nwe this platform, but ka m gwa unu nke bụ eziokwu. Nigeria government had always set up their mind inwe a criminal, a saboteur in our midst. Now, if I use a woman kita, it make any difference. It's still the same sabotage. So, ndi neba na akpo DPM. DPM bu agent of Nigeria. Onwere any government in one and two cabinet ministers, because all the cabinet bu the government. Unada ghọta ife na-eme onye dịka Ngozi bụ secretary PM wee gbaa PM mgbe okpuru divide ndị na-atụ ego maka ọ bụrụgodu na ọsọsọ the ministers ka okporo pụọ ọ dị iche ndị na.
Okay, look at what this woman is saying. The way they have been deceiving you, PM is coming tomorrow, is coming next tomorrow. Yes. Now, ask yourself, is there any truth in that from your own human judgment? Just employ your acumen now. Do you think that if PM comes out, that he will be happy that somebody gave impression that he doesn't have the courage to remove some people if he had wanted? That is number one. Now, do you think, number two, that PM is really coming out tomorrow, as they are telling you, and they went ahead to destroy everything PM stood for, instituted? How do we mean? PM made it very clear that we should not be putting money in this new dimension account unless when we are doing something related to charity. Now this account, the account we will use should be this one. That is the one that we're able to carry the one Eje Gongwa or Mefeni Nenidi. And somebody has come to stop that. And he said that these lobbyist firms are doing wonderful work for Biafran restoration. And he said Nnamdi Kanu remains our leader, and he will always project his cause, amplify his cause, his name, and this woman turned opposite that direction. And PM said Ogenkere is doing very great job. Ogenkere, all the Ogenkere's visitations in White House and meeting people today, all those good works have been called the work of a traitor. So PM will come out and clap that after all, he was the evil man that was conniving with Ogenkere to give Biafran people false hope. Or, because if it is not so to them, that PM was collaborating with Oge to give false hope to Biafrans, they won't tell you that Oge is not really meeting anybody, or that what he was doing is Photoshop like they said today, or they won't tell you that Ogenkere is a deaf and dumb, he cannot talk. So if he was a deaf and dumb, it means that Ogenkere and PM deceived Biafrans. Yes, so he was only showing a spiritual visitation, not a real life visitation. So now, who was the one keeping? I should even ask you again. In the people that Ogenkere visited since January, February, those people, those senators, members of House, all those American bureaucrats and other important personnel that he has visited, like they were listed, like I listed in this program here, in this program, some minutes ago. Now, those people, how did Ogenkere meet them? When you were arranging for the convention, PM said there will be witness, international witness, observers who will come. Who you know, who got those people? I will still play some videos here. I will play a lot of videos. Now, those people, who rallied them, who brought them in? The Eritrean man, why is the Eritrean man still keeping in touch with Ogenkere today? Why is the Cameroonian people still keeping in touch with Ogenkere today? Why is the negotiators, the lobby firm still keeping in touch with Ogenkere today? And all these people are traitors to this woman. So how will Simon Ekpa, start arranging for a Thanksgiving service that everything he put in place has become traitors to us? I know for some of you who were reading Bible, who read Bible, you remember that something happened. When Moses went to the mountain to pray, it didn't take time. He was just coming down from the mountain. He saw that, is it Aaron, or Aaron was already molding images for the Israelites to worship. Yes, can you remember? Can somebody bear witness to this? Can somebody attest to this? When he was coming out from playing. So as Simon Ekpa, like Nnamdi Kanu, has gone to take the pen to do the other work that is outside the freedom side, that is without their freedom now, they will be coming out to see that everything they stood for, they put in place, have been destroyed, including the cabinet he constituted. Including the cabinet has been destroyed. So Simon will organize a Thanksgiving service in Catholic or in Presbyterian or in Assemblies of God, or in fact all the churches, apostolic. He will arrange for Thanksgiving service. Oh, thank you. Oh, beautiful Ngoo. You have destroyed. Thank you for destroying the cabinet, destroying everything, making all the men on ground now to become criminals, and everybody, the lobbyists, everybody now is a criminal, and everything I have done is not real. They are really imaginary. So Simon Ekpa will be arranging for Thanksgiving to thank Ngozi for doing all this. So if you keep your sense somewhere, bring it back and put it inside the skull. Begin to use it. Because your cerebral hemisphere needs some cleansing. Yes, must remove the cobwebs there so that you can reason like normal human. Let us continue to listen.
Na-atụ ego eji anụ ọgụ n'obodo anyị. Oge PM na obiro na Nigeria, obiro na Biafra, mana ndị dịka Musa, Christopher Musa, na-ebe akwa our PM because of ife a na-eme n'ụlọ. Unu na-akọ DPM si unu DPM asịrị unu. Ọkwa unu na-akọ the lawyer the other day si na ọ bụ ex-wife. Ex-wife na-agbachitelu die. Ma gị nwa bụ onye gị na di bụ ofu nwanne na-asụ ofu asụsụ, ịgba ya mgbe okpuru. Onye gị na ya na-alụ ọlụ, unu n'oge nkere APM ndị Biafra government, Republic government in exile. Gị na ya na-alụ ọlụ the other day, PM enyenuru any complaint about that man. Ịpụta agwa ndị Biafra ya weta akaụntụ. O wetezi akaụntụ wee dobe na platform obi adịghị mma. Akaụntụ ndị America, their government, ọ dị na platform. Nke ndị Britain ọ dị na platform. Ka m gwakene unu na ife bụ nsogbu anyị bụ unu fụ governors a. That guy kwuru okwu si na ya bụrụ onye Igbo mana ya na-asụ Igbo. Ọ gwago unu the solution. Ndị governors niile a, unu jideke n'ofu onye wetuo naanị. Mana o kwere unu ọsọsọ okwu. Onye kwuru gaa n'elu, onye nke ekwuru gaa naanị. Keni gọọmenti n'ụwa nke a na-enwetu cabinet ministers. Ọ ka i wee malụ na onye bụ a whole doctor, ọ chọrọ follow law, ọ chọrọ ime anything in accordance with etu ife tosili isi ga okewa unu ibua, chịrị unu na fight ụmụnne unu, kama unu ga-join it together fight ba Fulani na-use ndị military wee na-egbu ndị be anyị. Unu si DPM si unu DPM asị onye nyere that DPM oji. Ka m gwazie unu na any foundation they built on lies or ma last is only a matter of time. Or ma last. Ọ bala ụmụ mmadụ ka a na-akwafu ife a. Ọ bụ na ime Biafra agwụgie ike, she only joined na 2022. Ma anyị nwa bụ ndị Sobelu Wazirike, and so many of you sobe through Wazirike to Onyendu till PM. What na PM anyị na onye like good foundation to stand on. Ọ bụ na enwere Biafra Republic government in exile, ife anụnwa wee mee PM, ndị be anyị aka ka ịgba. Ọgụ niile anyị nụrụ over the years abụrụ ife na efu. But because na PM bụ a man of his words, okwu gwara onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu to trust him. He really fulfilled it. Unwerozi ụgwọ PM ji anyị. Ọ anyị nwa ji onwe anyị. Onye nọ na People's Club na all the Igbo governors and governors in the whole of Biafra land, they are partners. All the same governors. Burundi DOS ụgwọ through Ejiofor, Ebunata Onyendu, the same governors, nọ na the same People's Club, kwukwara onye nke ụgwọ, ọbịakwa kutuo our PM.
Now she is telling you that since this woman is still proud of belonging to Nigerian party in America, political party in America, belonging to People's Club, she's still proud of it. And in this party and in this club, that she is in that club with Nigerian politicians. So, and she was even proud, saying, because she was not brought in. She is the person that entered the club. So, when she, let me not talk about the husband side. So, that she, so, you can remember. Now, she's still proud of belonging to that club. She's not, it doesn't irritate her dealing with Nigerian politicians. So you need to understand that's where this woman is trying to take you.
Then onye isi dole de ewenesi ndị niile ọkpọkọta kịta na work with her bụ ndị PM chụlacho. So ndị be anyị unu ga-agbara ọgwụ unu nwụọ. Unu anọzi n'ebe a na brainwash people I am wearing anything called DPM. Jane letter ode to Tinubu. Odesian if any non assign ode assistant head of state. Head of state aye bonyendu DPM to Simon Ekpa COS okolbagone no okolbadanani.
So you see how they call Onyendo, call Simon when it suits their interest. Because if you don't call these names, nobody will listen to you. So that's why she keep calling these names. So everybody want to call the name too. That is what is happening.
One de Biafra towa. Ka ngwa unu eziokwu. Okwa efulu onye niile nọ na this Biafra struggle. Ọbala ụmụ mmadụ akwafu 1967 to 1970. Na nke a na-akwafu since before enwebe record of ndị egbulegbu. Because Buhari na Shetima bido n'oge na-egbu ụmụaka be anyị. And nke a na-akpọ obido ama alafia bịa gbala anyị ama si na nekwe plan ndị a ji against you.
Okay. She's now, this woman is telling you about the revelation from Obadiah Malife, the former deputy central bank governor. Obadiah Malife. The one that after he reviewed this thing, now they fight him. So now, that Orabueze had to rally all the people that had issues with Simon Ekpa. So all of them, because of their grievances with Simon, are putting up their energy to destroy everything Simon built. That's why I'm asking you, will Simon come out today and clap for you people for destroying everything he built? Simon told you he will use this structure to get Biafra recognized. After recognition, they will dissolve the cabinet. But the woman lied to you that Simon said immediately, declaration, they will dissolve the cabinet. Anything you stood on lies, anything you build on lie, it will collapse. Just a matter of time.
See people fabu onye nkanwa because Obadiah Malafia bụ onye Plateau State. So unu na-eme ife niile unu na-emeba until unu ewetube these politicians nọ na-agba anyị mgbe okpuru. Ofa bụ problem anyị nwe because PM enwetachago this Biafra. O gbusigo nya bụ agwọ ofo mkponi. Onye ọbụla agbakwala ọgwụ ya nwụọ. Unu na-eme DPM na nwa mekwelu ni apụọ na this platform. Unu abịazi n'ebe a na-brainwash ụmụ Biafra dị serious ka enweta Biafra. Unu bịa business. Unu bịala ime business. Onye na-eso this woman jekwa welu cotton wool wucha ntị ya jee gụọ letter PM send a lawyer the other day, all the 4 pages.
Will she bring that letter to you? The letter that PM sent to the lawyer. And he made everything very clear. But the woman, Ngozi Oraweze, is going against all these things. Now, she is telling you sweet things that will interest you, things you want to hear, just to brainwash you. She won't tell you that letter as it is. She won't read it to you.
Gụọ ya ka unu nụ ife okwu. Onye asịkwana na agwara ya unu nọdụ ebe a na-ata iri ọnụ DPM. Onye gịnị na-aza DPM? Ndị wayo, scammers. Onye ndu kwuru ya, see they will kill us, we will kill them. And finally Biafra will come because onye ndu is a prophet. We must stand on the truth. Biafra.
Now, I said this and I will continue to say it. Because Onyendu is a prophet, please, YouTube, disclaimer, I am playing a voice note from a sister who sent me a voice note. So I am not, that voice I will kill, so it's not from me. It's not, also, we are not promoting violence. We are not promoting violence. We are not promoting hate speech. But we are trying to get ourselves better and secured. Thank you, YouTube. Now she is telling you about something that is very important. She is telling you something very important here. Onyendu is a prophet. And even your Bible, the Bible you read said that the power of a prophet, it works with the prophet. It works under the prophet. So now, Simon Ekpa believed in the prophet. The power works for him. Onyendu said everything that we need to know about the struggle. He gave you the groundbreaking. Simon picked it up because the soil has been tilled. But Simon picked it up and continued. Now, because his boss is a prophet, the spirit of the prophet, befell the son of the prophet. And Simon said, I will be the last person to lead this agitation. After me, there will be no other person leading the Biafran agitation until we have reclaimed our territory. Total freedom is assured. There will be no other. So that's why when you look at the direction they are going, you'll see that their plan will not work. So you can only maintain the structures that Simon, because when you come to destroy all the, if I am your master and I have apprentices, you are one of my apprentice, and I go, maybe you are 10 of you who are serving under me. Maybe I went to America or somewhere and I had to stay there for a long time. You don't have the power to sack some of my other boys who are apprentices like you. No. You might be the lead apprentice, only the boy, yes, but you are still the boy. You might be the only CEO, but you are still a boy. So you do not have the power to rearrange or disorganize, or you can only maintain what I have given to you if you are deliberate. But if you are dubious, you might put up lies and destroy a lot of things. And those who are weak-minded might accept it. But normally you don't have the right to sack or make any major changes. No, you cannot even make changes. You are a placeholder. So because Ngozi do not believe in Simon, because Ngozi staged a takeover. Listen, because Ngozi staged a takeover, it did not materialize fully as she planned it, but she's still on it. She staged a takeover because if Ngozi is keeping the status quo as with Simon, as in the hands of Simon, she won't go to make all these technical changes. She will not dare it. But she is targeting a takeover. Now, Ogenkere said, let us keep this thing as Simon is. Let us only take or carry out the role of a placeholder. Let's keep everything, manage everything as the boss kept it. When he comes out, if there are major changes he needs, he will do it himself. But unfortunately, the desperate woman already destroyed everything. So, Ogenkere is still in that, he's still on the right track. No placeholder will destroy the place or the ordinances of his superior or his boss. Yes. So you can only act in your boss's capacity. You can only act in his place, not changing things for him. You can only act to maintain everything, to maintain the status quo. You act to keep everything moving. Not you go to do a major change because you just want to make sure you divide, you split, destroy everything divide and rule agents. Oh, it's almost 2 hours, so that's a problem. But I must play that Remeju's own. But let me finish this woman's own, please.
Federal Republic government in exile is what we have. You cannot go and register your nation in a foreign country or see no near register go USB. That is scam. It is not done. You don't register your nation in another country. You only register your government because government in exile is legal, is acceptable. Ndị be anyị onye mere unu ife a, ndị Igbo sabotage Ojukwu during the war. Jim Nwobodo, Zikifa, Ifajuna, all of them. Andy Uba, sabotage ya Wazirike. DOS na Ifeanyi Uba, Ifeanyi Ejiofo, sabotage onye ndu, kponatia. Kita, ewelukwa Madam Baobao. Achọrọ m ịkpafia because he promote bụ nonsense. Ọbịa kita from PM na nwa mekwelnya sabotage onye ndu kponatia. Kita, ewelukwa Madam Baobao. Achọrọ m.
Now that name we go to use now, Madam Baobao. Because she want to always assert authority. That's what Adada Rama was even saying in her program that yesterday also. She said, everybody, the authority, let us get this thing working. Hold your authority. Madam Baobao, she want to, action woman, Agowani. She go happy. That's the same way they say, Nigeria is giant of Africa. They go happy. Madam Baobao.
Make Bafia because he promote bụ nonsense. Ọbịa kita na-edughali unu niile ka ewu. O nwere onye na-ajụ ya ajụjụ. Ọ na-ekwu ka nkịta ala. Mekwa na ife zile ezi o. Ọbala ụmụ Igbo ga-ajụkwa unu ajụjụ. Ife egbulegbu erigokwa nne. Fa ga-efekwa unu ajụ. Unu lokwa na ọ dị that simple. Ọ dịrọkwa that simple. Ọbala ụmụ Igbo ga-abịakwa ọgụ. Ọ ga-abịalili ọgụ. Ife solo unu na-ekwu. Onye si ka alafuo ya. Ndị Igbo gbalụ na ọgụ unu nwụọ na this struggle. Gbalụ na ọgụ unu nwụọ. Those of you be ready to sabotage what we are doing. Onwere onye n'idili unu. Those of you bụ ministerial post na nke Madam Baobao. All our people unu na-deceive, gullible people in the villages, in the towns, all over the place unu na-aghọli, onya bụ our pain. Because we need to contribute money and do the needful. Save our land. Fulani the only 13 million. Anyị nwa the more than 70 million. I know do here. Now ori onwe anyị.
My apostle, you don't reach to do that. All right. Like I told you, lies can only endure for a while. Lies can only last for a while. It won't take long. People will know you have been deceiving them. So that's what has been happening. That's what has been happening. So you can see that Ada Ono, who will now speak, has cried out to save her head, to clear the air, that she was not in support of this thing. No, this is risking the Biafran people's lives. So she was never part of it. She can never be part of it. So let's hear from her, and probably, not just so that you will also see what she wrote about the FCMB account and the Islamic account, which will expose our people to risk.
That I never supported opening or being part of any account opened in Nigeria. I have never encouraged anyone to pay money into any Nigerian account. For over 13 years, from MNK till date, I have been fighting for the freedom of my people. I will not stop until Biafra is fully restored. As a mother figure in our community, I have offered guidance and advice when needed. However, I cannot force adults to do what they ordinarily wish to do. I have played part in supporting the fight for Biafra, and I will continue to do so. I was offended and felt betrayed when I heard Raphael Ajere spreading misinformation and misquoting me. Therefore, I want those insinuating that I encourage Biafrans to pay money into Fulani accounts to desist from spreading such false rumors and engaging in character assassination. Such actions not only create chaos, but also undermine the morale of genuine Biafrans working towards our shared goal. I rest my case.
Oh, mommy, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who is afraid of character assassination. He's afraid of character assassination. But it's fine. You people dish out character assassination and you are running away from character assassination. That is terrible. That is terrible. But it's fine. God day. God day. God day. I want you to see, because it's already 2 hours, I want you to see what Remedios was saying. Remedios. Let me show you what Emmanuel Remedios.
Okay, mgbe ahụ nnes nsendere gị dat video, so ụnụ mana ịmana mes na-aga ikwetara dat day ka ihe o ji werezie ewe bido complain ma iwesizie why na nji no blackmail, but mgbe ahụ nsendere ya esendere gị ya sendere ya nwa.
Jero, I need to even get this. Let me get this. I need to play this other one.
Ụnụ ekweta ụnụ sọmọ ọnụ group ichi na nwere ihe aja na-enwe mes agọ na-agụ. Why you people use it? To show that on the play game.
Okay.
Biafrans they play game. People know what you have to do. They don't need irritation and all these things. When they only have to pose level serious, that is it. I will tell you the evidence. When I say with evidence, I bring the evidence. Why can't you treat that evidence if you show that you are a Biafra? It's so that you know what you are doing. If you show that you are saying the truth. If you see treat that video, we say, oh, then you have to plan one way is open. Get that is when you have this or not. When you broke, or resemble also be on there, or a mere broadcast. Okay, no,
no.
Where?
Now, are you listening now? Please let me play again. This is Caterpillar now, giving his own part when that girl did the exposition. Caterpillar now was reacting. Now, Caterpillar Nabara, either the members of the cabinet voice, why they booked here now? They didn't give him, maybe they brought out the money from the USB account. They didn't give it to him. Now, people are blaming it on him now. That money has been pulled from the Biafran USB account. Now, let us play again, because the previous note, I don't have that one. They just sent it to me.
Okay, mgbe ahụ nnes nsendere gị that video. So ụnụ mana ịmana mes na-aga ikwetara that day. Ka ihe o ji were.
So, really, they still, you remember even till today, they were claiming that the Ogenkere side is falling. People already know they are not genuine. So people are not donating money to them. So people are donating money to the part Orabueze is leading. So that's so much money. Money is flowing. Now, the voice note, Caterpillar has been accused. Caterpillar is clearing the air. He wants to clear his own side. He himself was also making complaint that men are hungry. They should bring money. Now, Adaderama, you will see here the side of Adaderama. They released 50 million naira to Caterpillar. Why Adaderama is saying they released to Caterpillar is because the money was pulled from the organization's pocket. So, but who is holding the money now is only God that will tell us. Now, from what Caterpillar is telling you now, that men are hungry. Even Caterpillar, they are new, the person they now contract now. Also, from his side, men are hungry. So, what is happening to the money? Now, you can relate this to what Ugo 247 told Remedios, which I think is the next video I will play now. Remedios is revealing everything. So, we told you, when you build a house on faulty ground, it will collapse. When you start up with lies, it will end up with lies, and it will still collapse. So now you see.
Where people complain, man. You say why not you not blackmail. But the man send there. Why you people using it to broadcast? To show that when they play game. Biafrans they play game. People know what you have to do. They don't need irritation all these things. When they only have to
now, hear this other part too. Hear this part as well.
Is it? I will tell you the evidence. When I say with evidence, I bring the evidence. Why can't you treat that evidence if you show that you are a Biafra?
Now, I believe that he's telling Dada Ramana, Onya chupula ebo sieli, obeba akwa. Now you can see that this thing is all, it is all synchronizing with what Remedios said. That the purpose of this, their own destroying what Simon built, and they say, no, we are pushing for Biafra, pushing for our action woman, is because, according to what Remedios and what Ugo 247, which everybody is seeing now, that they don't believe Biafra will come. So that is why even when you cry till tomorrow that men are hungry or whatever, they have sold the cause, they have sold the struggle, so they know, according to what they know it will not come. So then why are you insisting on telling Biafran people to donate money? You know Biafra will not come. You are telling people to donate money. Now you have told Biafrans that you sent 50 million to Caterpillar. Maybe. Now Caterpillar is showing you that even he himself was showing you people that men are hungry. Now, today, Caterpillar himself is telling you that why the people that are crying out today from Ngozi Orabueze's camp are crying out is that they are no longer equally benefiting. Onya chupula ebo sieli nni, obeba akwa. So that is why when we cry, we know what we are crying about or for.
It's not that you know what you are doing. You are saying the truth. If we see treated that video, one way is open.
So you already heard that part. Because I have a lot of things to show. There is another thing I have to show. Remedios. Yes. Yes. Let me... We will work not the finish. Now I just need to take a break because I don't think my PC they were charged. I don't think my PC I are calling more than 2 hours. More than 2 hours, yes. It's already more than 2 hours.
Emmanuel Oremijuice, as you are seeing me, you'll be a sabo. And the person who advised me to go and beg Ngoo, which is 247. It's not a sabo. Did he advise him? Ugo 247.
That Ugo 247 advised him to stop fighting Ngoo. That is, they are talking about Mpuru Mmiri Uruago. So now that Mpuru Mmiri Uruago, who is the advocate, the senior advocate of the DOS bunch of criminals, Ugo 247 advised him to stop fighting Mpuru Mmiri. Then, now, instead, the attack should be taken to Ogenkere and his team. So that is what he has been doing. Remember in his last, maybe some videos this week or last week, he said something. He said that he took this man as his papa, and he never called anybody his papa before in this struggle. So when people lie, you take it. When they lie, okay, now Selegasi nisi.
This thing that you are doing, when I was playing war against the DOS, you were advising me, telling me that, brother.
Can you see that? He was advising him not to fight the DOS. Why? Because you will still hear the reason. They are doing the same thing. Them and the other camp and the DOS are doing the same thing. Now one family they be. So while from today, why you call these people DOS One Nigeria, you call them USB One Nigeria. There is nothing different. It is just about the DOS and USB. These are three letters. USB, DOS, One Nigeria. So that is what they are.
That I should not go and die for something that I don't know. That I should use the brain to do my things. That don't I see you the way you talk?
Don't you see the way he talks? You should do like him. He don't like to offend, because after all, this Biafra will not come. So what they are doing is to gather their media morale, to make money from the media. It's not about Biafra, because they don't believe Biafra. Okay, hear from him.
Then where is it now? What has changed? I'm here with my own. Because too many things I have kept quiet and made my program. The 247 gather his program, make the reference to him and I owe him Jews. Ugo 247, he got her part to me. Let me tell you, you cannot catch them, and I'm telling this to Biafra people.
Biafra people, Shebi na de hear Ugo 247 cannot cut to Remedios, because Remedios Ujisiagwe, you will still hear from Remedios. How do he mean by Ujisiagwe? You remember that lately, in their forums, in their platforms, what they now do their campaign with is that Ogenkere Habonde na akwa, especially the other guy they call Kelenna. All of them, in fact, they are saying it. Now on the akwa. So now so you will hear it. You will hear it fully.
Since Oku Agana. But in every program, that is the reason why I said what I said today on Adagio Rama's program. Enough is enough. After the program yesterday, now I have come out clean. Let us focus. Let us do this freedom. You, as a principal officer, you may be but all this while you were begging me that I stop all this thing here. And you told me that you are not sure that Biafra will come.
Did you hear the point now? Because you, Ugo 247, told me, because I am not sure this Biafra will ever come. Are you hearing that? Because I've been saying it even from my caption. You thought I was making it up. Can you see it here? You heard it yourself. They are not sure Biafra will come, so make they run their things. It's about that n'onye ha bụrụ emejusu jere ọrụ ya agwụ rụọ ọrụ mmụọ n'isi ya. But they told you that Ajere is Okowa, and because of Ajere Okowa, according to them, Ogenkere's food are Okowa people. Yeah.
I was the one canceling you. The same you that was lamenting to me. Nikariji platform when they were oppressing you. Nikariji platform, they create other content, they make money.
Did you hear the language? That he would have used his platform to create other content. Because to them, both the speaker and the person referred to them, it is about creation of content. It's not about restoring Biafra. I remembered very vividly that a few weeks ago or a month plus ago, these same people were accusing Raphael Ajere Chiamaka of writing content creator in his profile. Can somebody here remember that? If you can remember that, bear witness to it, please. Now, all carrying a use on press. Are they quite shine create money with his own platform? Maybe sometimes Sonny might not because he cries so bitterly about Sonny. So maybe Sonny don't allow him to go live, project or broadcast what they were doing live. So he was very bitter about that. So now he has seen opportunity to vent anger. That's why I was even so, I say, yeah, so you can come out against Ajere like this, against Sonny like this. Wow. Before now, he said he was not collecting money from Ogenkere, that it was Ajere and the other people that collected money. I said, oh, so there was even money collection in the first place. So, and at a point, I now found out that he collected before. Maybe he didn't want to collect again, just like Adade Ramao. So now that somebody had to maybe, I don't know what happened in that one. I don't want to delve into that matter at all. I have been trying to avoid that one. So now, you can hear again.
Too much. I was the one in my Oremi to standing up and down for you, canceling you.
Now, do you hear something? He was standing for him. Then Obiana his program on hell. Now one day madu no bezebo madu. Not as if na Oma no bezebo madu. But it is a rub my back, I rub your back. They use Biafran agitation is an atmosphere to create wealth. No wonder one Nigerian people do say. They say it. They say it to me as well. So when you see some people that join Simon Ekpa, it's not because they love Simon Ekpa, but if you join Simon Ekpa, you will get followers. If you mention his name, mention Nnamdi Kanu, you get followers. So it's about that. It's about content creation. You can hear that? It's about content creation to them.
I was still the one telling people, forget about all the things I'm not. We go 247. I have counted it for you.
So, because I said it earlier, you thought I just made it up. Arromo for you. People, they follow you today. Now, because I went spiritual. You know the native doctors where I consult for your head. You know the juju where I do for your head. Make you be say you they follow me, they shine for this to get followers. Make we they make this money now. And they make we make this money while it lasts. Now what for you? Catch phone and cash the cash. Can you see what it is all about? Can you see why sometimes you wonder Why somebody will just look at black and say it is white? Because when I look at this Ugo 247, the way he is coming out for this saga, it's like somebody, anything that will stand on my way from making it now a holy fire, I will not allow it. That is what is just playing out. And you want to allow somebody to notice what the Arabose is doing so that you will stop the flow. Who are you? Who born you? Who you? Or the major will say, who you? It's not possible. They will not allow you to do that. Listen on.
You were born today.
If I maybe even more, okay more. You see, there is something that you have always heard all along. When God want to open your tongue, to open your own secret by yourself, you will not know. And then that muzzle, not be by force. You know they use power. They know they use muzzle do them. You know if you stop them. Yes. Even a donkey had to speak. At a time, a donkey had to speak. I am telling you that Balaam was called upon to curse the children of God. When they told him, after they told him what to say, he read the script now to go to curse the children of God. God changed the document that was installed in his head and gave him the one to say. God put it in his tongue to deliver the one that he must deliver to the people. He turned to bless the people. I saw it before 9. I withhold it. I saw it before 9. We told you a government shall come. I can't remember that phrase well again. He began to prophesy positively on the children of God. I saw it before 9. I will told it, but not 9. A tribe shall arise from Israel, a scepter from the tribe of Judah. Something like that. Their tongues. I said, from now to the month of March, we are ready almost a few days to enter the month of March. You will see how the Spirit of God, the bees will move in droves, and the table where they carry out their conspiracy will be broken. They will be dispersed. They will be dispersed. Yes. When we talk, listen to us. They don't use muzzle to the do more. It is about God's doing. When your tongue is so coated with the truth, and when you submit yourself to the shining of the light, you will not struggle to deliver the word of salvation. Lepata. Lekato kabus. Rapakata. We are speaking in tongue. She on your bodonka, on your one car. They speak her tongue. Now only you go speak up. Yes, so. Biafra is already declared. We need to defend it. That was what Simon said. We need to defend it. We need to get it recognized. Now, let us put it straight. When you said you need to defend it, why didn't you go and check and ask yourself, why did Simon Ekpa say we need to defend it? But on his interview, he concentrated on saying we need to get it recognized. If you need to know, Baoton, Yan dog of yan and pay damn. Ah, I no go seme can yen. I go seme my echo can. I go speak my language. So, and you need to understand, and I need to understand it. Why Simon said we will seek recognition using the BRGIE, which Ngozi Orabweze is fighting against today. We will move for recognition. It is after we had gotten recognition from countries of the world, which Michael Robbins told you there. After we had gotten recognized, remember, Simon Ekpa did not meet Michael Robbins. He did not see Michael Robbins. It was after he was arrested that Michael Robbins surfaced. So Michael Robbins said what he had to say, which is the truth. We must seek for recognition immediately using the structures. Then after recognition, you dissolve that structure. But you must use that structure to seek recognition, because it is that structure that is still registered in different governments of the world as your liaison offices. So you use that structure to get recognized. That structure will help you recognize the sovereign state that you are seeking to have, be in total control of its territory. Yes. So, after that recognition, different nation states, different governments of the world who have recognized you because they have some interest that conforms with their foreign policy. And because of this interest, they will move forward without being afraid again. They will step forward to support you with whatever you need to be in total control of your territory. Now, when they come to support you, it is that time that this ultimate defense we are talking about comes in. When that ultimate defense comes in, the oppressor, the occupying state, will have no option than to leave, because the occupying state will not be able to stand the help that will come from different states who have recognized you. It is from their recognition. In fact, immediately the occupying state notices that you have had this recognition, they know that it will be suicidal to stand or to hold on to your territory any longer. Then you will come down and pass ultimatum. Some people will pass 48 hours ultimatum. Some people will pass 72 hours ultimatum. Some people will pass 1 week, 7 days ultimatum for the occupiers to quit. They will evict the occupiers or totally. That is when you now say you have totally restored, and then you can now begin to call the names of your homeland government, the personnel of the homeland government. At that point, you make it open. You pronounce it. They are no longer afraid of being apprehended by the occupying forces. That is what somebody that understands government and governance organized. Simon Ekpa. That is what he organized. That's how he arranged it. And that is how it should be. But the enemy within said no, that I must introduce the policy of divide and rule. While upon the divide and rule, this other camp will be gossiping from this side, the other people will be gossiping from the other side, and the people will be left vulnerable even the men on ground that he has managed to put together, they will be dispersed because they will not be able to stand the heat when they are divided. So I have played Remejuice's voice, but let me get it to the end.
Due to Guinea, only to remember the farmer now, on a town, Mungamanta, Muanode. I took you as a father. I took you as a father. You know what I name him booking can be. We go 247.
Now, you let me give a shout out to people who are there in the chat room, who are here in the chat room. Yeah. Mwanya Ibo Cho. Ibo Fulefu. Omegi Hede Gena Okukorisi. We are standing with our COS. DPM 100%. Akman, where do you stand? Hey. Francis AKK, my brother, you are hearing this, my analysis, and you're asking where do I stand? That question, do you think it's a wise question? You said that the woman that is misleading you she's on point. It's okay. I am not the person that bully people to see from my lenses. I can only present the truth as much as I can. Then it is for everybody to make their choices. But all I know is that Simon Ekpa will not organize a Thanksgiving service. That the lobbies that he praised before Biafran people have now become traitors. That the men on ground that he praised so much have become traitors. That Ogenkere that he prays every day and share the videos and pictures of his visitations and the clearing of road, making contacts in America, bringing out his money and his time, have today become a traitor before Orabweze. That the cabinet that he united and tried to even put a reconciliation committee, including the reconciliation committee that he put on, have been called traitors and thereby dissolved. That the cabinet that he's trying to even improve or increase even more in their numbers has been dispersed and disorganized. And that his marriage and his wife, whom he has he is no longer up with or putting up with, but is still in good time and don't want to talk about, has been brought out to public by this same woman. That everything, including Nnamdi Kanu, he has always tried to make sure that his matter and his court cases are praised or lauded in his platforms, are now his Nnamdi Kanu's cases is now quenched and talked down at, and even used as a replacement, or yes, I don't know what to say, something to substitute for. Nnamdi Kanu now is a person to be substituted for our convention. That what will I count and leave the other? That all the people that he has sacked, all the people he sacked are now rallied round. So that is why you're asking me where I stand. That all the people he sacked are now rallied round. And they were having meeting unknown to him. But today has come to the limelight that they were having meeting together. Immediately he was arrested. These 12 people were now contracted back. And them, all bitter people, all of them who are bitter against Simon are now speaking from the same voice, eating from the same table. So Simon will now come out and arrange a Thanksgiving service in Anglican church, in Presbyterian church, in Methodist, in Catholic, So what are you saying? Why are you asking me that, brother? Spicy 5. Next time you try to answer a good name. Next time you answer a good name so that we know what where you're talking from what spirit you're talking. People are sitting down, you're asking them to go and sit down. Is that how you used to do? Is that how you used to do? But Biafra is already declared. We just need defense. Okay, I replied you already. Then Biafra and beyond. Well done. Blessed. Love you. It's okay. My brother, I don't need to block them. When the atmosphere will be so tensed for them, the atmosphere will be very hot for them. They will run away because, there is nothing that holds light and darkness, nothing in common between light and darkness. So there are some people, why you don't even need to block people at all is, there are some people that will stay. Eventually, they'll begin to reason. They will connect some other things on their private, on their quiet time. Some people, even after you quarrel with them, they go back and reflect on the things that happened. So they begin to connect. Maybe they have not heard it. They have heard these things I'm saying, but they have not heard it from the way I presented it. Some other person will also now present it. And it will be fresh to them again from another perspective. So by the time they put side by side everything they heard recently, they will be able to form a new opinion. Yes, that is why we learn and unlearn if we must grow. So if I begin to block them like that, I deny them the opportunity to learn. Hence, I allow them. Let them stay. There are some of them that they never do well. Yes, they no matter how much they sit under your teaching, they will never open their head to question things or interrogate things they hear and see. All right, I will have to cut it from here because that other part I wanted to go will be too lengthy. It has to be a separate program. We are already almost clocking 3 hours. It's beyond 2 hours, 30 minutes already. So we're clocking 3 hours already. I don't like to have programs this lengthy anymore. Yes. Thank you for joining us. Stay blessed. Make sure you share this program to all and sundry, to all platforms, as many platforms as you belong to. Share it, recommend people. For now, we have had some understanding with the people that gave me this platform. Yes, so we use it for now. Let us still use it for now. Udo, the rending nature Udo. Yeah, they don't know. Put up your comment responsibly. Also drop click on like button. Yes.